I went from being dead broke to making my first $10,000 per month when I realized that most of these self-development gurus that you look up to are lying to you. They're telling you that these routines of cold showers, waking up early in the morning, journaling, and affirmations is the way that you will get rich. I used to do this shit for multiple years, and I was broke. I was living with my parents, failing multiple different online businesses, and even questioning to myself, like, am I supposed to be doing this? Am I supposed to be an entrepreneur? Can I even make it? And then I stopped doing these routines. I removed pretty much everything. And then my income started going up and up and up. Right now, I set myself up financially for the rest of my life, make thousands of dollars per day in my early 20s, got complete freedom, traveled all over the world, because I learned how to use routines in the right way. And I learned the daily actions that actually gets me results. I want to share with you in this video, because if you've been watching self-development gurus and been told to wake up earlier, do these cold showers, even meditate, affirmations, all these different things, there's one fundamental thing that you're missing. If you're doing these different things and you haven't hit 10K a month yet, and you're wondering, like, why is nothing working out? I'm working so hard, I'm trying different things, and I just cannot seem to be getting the results that I want. I cannot seem to hit that 10K a month mark. There's one very simple reason behind that, and when you understand, which I'm gonna break down for you in this video, everything's gonna click for you. You're gonna realize, okay, this is why I haven't been successful yet, and you make this shift, and all of a sudden everything's gonna start aligning for you. And it's so simple that you're gonna almost like laugh out loud when you hear this, because then the day all it comes down to is, like, guess what? When you have all these routines, all these habits in place, of like you're having to wake up early in the morning, you're having to do these cold showers, working out twice every single day. Like I was doing all these different things. I was waking up super early, doing journaling, breath work, meditation, training again in the afternoon. I was doing all these different things. And what you're unconsciously telling yourself when you're doing this is that you have to be in this prime state in order to perform. You're basically telling yourself, like, I need to have all these different things in place in my life in order for me to just like show up and take the daily actions that I need to take to get to my goal. Guess what? What happens when you do that? It's not rocket science. Like, you're basically just telling yourself that you're not capable of hitting your goal. You're telling yourself that there's a massive distance because you need to do all these crazy habits. You need to be this crazy like monkey doing all these different things of running around and meditating and breath work and all these different things in order for you to just like sit down and take the daily actions and actually get you results. The only thing that's going to change your life is you sitting down and doing the actions that gets you a result in whatever business model you're doing. For me, that was high ticket sales. In my opinion, it's the best business model to get into as a beginner. For me, all it was doing outreach to businesses to go and work for and learn the skill. If I did those actions, I was getting myself closer to the reality that I wanted. That's all that matters. Same thing for you as well. The actions that you need to take are the only thing that matters on a daily basis. If you just do that, you will move forward. But here's the thing. When you have all these routines around that, and you have to you think that you have to meditate and do all these different things before you can start taking those actions, you're telling yourself that you need to be in a prime state in order to do the bare minimum to get you close towards your goal. That's why you're stuck. That's why I was stuck for a long time, because you become very fragile. If you don't meditate, if you don't do all these crazy morning routines before work and after work, etc., you're telling yourself, okay, that means that I cannot do this bare minimum action that I need to do to actually hit my goal. If I don't meditate today, or if I don't, whatever it is, if I don't journal or go on a run this morning, then I cannot show up and do good outreach, for example. I cannot show up and do good role playing if you're trying to get into high ticket sales or whatever business model you're doing. That is the issue. You're telling yourself that you need to be in a prime state, and you need to, you're chasing this goal. You need to be have these things in place in your life in order to just do the bare minimum actions to move you forward. This is why you're stuck. Hopefully this makes sense to you right now. If you just realize that the only thing that actually matters, obviously meditation and journaling, it helps with clearing your mind, self-development, and just improving your focus and being more present, etc. Definitely works and definitely helps. I'm a big proponent of meditation and journaling. I think it helps me massively. But at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to get you closer towards your goal of actually making the money that you want to be making is the actions that you need to take on a daily basis. When I learned this and I asked myself, what actions would the version of me that are successful be taking on a daily basis right now? And I stopped focusing on these routines and everything around work, and I started focusing on did I do the actions today to get me close to my goal? Yes or no? Then everything started changing, because I had so much more like peace of mind, you know? It wasn't about, okay, did I do my morning routine for 2 hours? Did I work? And then did I do my end of day routine? It's just like, did I do the actions today that the version of me that's already successful would be doing? Did I make decisions like them? Did I take risks like them? Did I bet on myself like them? And did I do the inputs, aka doing the amount of role playing, doing the amount of outreach, getting in front of the amount of companies, potential clients, potential online businesses to work for as a sales rep that I needed to be. And I knew if I did these different things, if I took these actions, I would succeed. Simple as that. This is how you will see success, because gurus and people online are trying to like sell you different courses and like different methods and things like that to like make you feel like you need to have meditation or affirmations or manifestation or like all these different like random things that you need to do in the morning before you start working, you know, in order for you to work. Again, I believe in manifestation. I believe in affirmations. I believe in meditating, all these different things. But it should not be something that you need to have in place in order to put in your inputs, because if that's the case, then you're limiting yourself and you're telling yourself that you need that in order to perform, and that's when you keep yourself stuck. Just focus on doing the daily inputs to get you to the results that you want. Do those inputs every single day, no matter how you feel. That's how you become powerful, capable, and you end up changing your life quickly. Hopefully this makes sense. If you want my help to implement model that I do, which is high ticket sales, apply down below. We'll call me, see if you qualify for my one-on-one mentorship, where I can help you get into this. Any questions? DM me on Instagram. Actually be the guy who's gonna watch this video and actually implement on this stuff. Stop caring about the routines and put in your calendar, in your notes, the actions that you're gonna do every single day. Make that into daily non-negotiables. Stick to it, do it every single day, no matter what happens around your routine and no matter what happens around your work. Just make sure that you put in the daily actions for long enough. And if you do that consistently and make it into daily non-negotiables that you never hit, you will win. I promise you that. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.